Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Know Your Dotted Item series. In our previous episode, we completed talking about support items from upgraded section, upgraded items. We finished with the Golden Grooves and Forest map, and this episode will start covering items from magical recipes. Alright, so we'll start with Veil of Discord. And then perhaps Glimmer Cape. But let's first go with Veil of Discord. It's an item purchasable at base shop under magical. And we'll be looking at additional information, abilities, recommended heroes, gallery, recent changes, but first, card view. It costs 1725 gold, it includes 300 recipe cost. Sell value is 862.5 gold. Active ability is magic weakness. It gives these bonuses, namely +4 of strength, ability, intelligence, health regeneration, and armor. So it's not shareable, you cannot disassemble it. And it does not give any usage alert. And for this recipe, you need these items: Helm of Iron Will, Crown, and Recipe, which makes Veil of Discord, which later on can be used to make Shiva's card, which we'll cover in our future episodes. Now, moving on to additional information. Items attributes grants following additional bonuses: 88 health and 0.36 health regeneration, 48 mana, 0.2 mana regeneration, 0.4% flat base magic resistance, 4 attack speed, and 0.67 main armor. 4 main attack damage to all strength, agility, and intel heroes, 8.4 main attack damage to universal heroes. So more than double for universal heroes. So this ability, Magic Witness, as a no-target ability, affects enemies, costs a 900 radius blast that causes enemies to take 10% increased damage from spells. Radius 900 spell damage amplification is by 10%. Damage barrier reduction is 200. All damage barrier. Duration of 16 seconds. Wow. And cost 50 mana. Cooldown is 16 seconds as well. So upon cast, magic weakness reduces all types of damage barrier capacity and places a debuff on enemy units within 900 radius. You can see that. Leaving or entering area after it has no effect. Alright, so if it is applied, it stays for that amount of time. Applies generic incoming damage amplification on affected enemy units. Stacks additively with other sources of generic incoming damage manipulation. Affects only spell damage. Affected targets see use. Spell damage affected targets receive does not amplify following damage sources: attack damage, damage flagged as HP removal, despite utilizing incoming damage amplification. It does not affect damage sources that ignore outgoing amplification, like cleaves, damage region, or wood lives. Debuff from successive cast on same targets does not stack but refreshes duration. Does not stack but refreshes duration. Affects invulnerable, invisible units in Fog of War. Does not affect hidden units though. Decreases magic damages barrier value directly. Cannot yield damage instance. Recommended heroes. Heroes whose default item build includes Veil of Discord as a core item, which includes Pugna, Void Spirit, Zeus. Here's whose default item build includes Veil of Discord as a situational item. It can be Wellstrock, Puck, Phoenix, Sans, King, Silencer, Venomancer, Vaka. So using Veil of Discord, that's how it looks. And recent changes. In 7.35c, reduced all attributes bonuses from 5 to 4, reduced armor bonus from 5 to 4, reduced health regen bonus from 5 to 4. And 7.35b, reduced armor bonus from 6 to 5. Okay, now it's even reduced to 4. In 7.35, item cost changed. Now requires Helm of Fire build, 975 to build, gold to build, instead of Ring of Basilius, which is 425. The reduced recipe cost from 650 to 300. So total gold cost increases 1525 to 1725. 200 bucks. Now grants 5 bonus vision, which is now 4. Grants 6 bonus armor, which is now 4. Now builds into Shiva's card, stays true. Remove Basilius or ability because it does not have Basilius. Revert magic weakness, rather. Your spell damage from activation 8 into 10, stays true. Now untargetable, stays true, effect 900 radius around caster. So this is it. This was about Veil of Discord. Now let's talk about Gleamer Cape. It's an item purchasable at base shop under Magical. We'll be looking at additional information, ability, recommended heroes, trivia, gallery, and recent changes. First, card view, shall we? It costs 2150 gold, which includes 350 recipe cost. Sell value is 1075 gold. Active ability is Gleamer. Bonus is plus 25% magic resistance. It's not shareable, cannot disassemble it. It does not even use a shell. So this recipe requires Shadow Amulet, Cloak, and recipe. Now, moving on to additional information. Stacks multiplicatively with other magic resistance sources. Increases most heroes' magic resistance to 43.75%. Wow. With magic resistance bonus from this source, every 10 points of intelligence further increases total magic resistance by almost 75%. Wow. Ability Gleamer. It's a target unit ability, affects only allies, grants 0.5 second delay. After 5 seconds delay, 0.5 seconds delay, grants invisibility, 40 movement speed, and a magic damage barrier that absorbs up to 300 damage to you or a target ally for 5 seconds. Can be cast while channeling as well. Wow. Cast animation. Instantaneously, cast range is 600, fade time is 0.5, damage barrier is 300, movement speed bonus 40, duration is 5 seconds, cooldown is 14 seconds, it costs 90 mana. And you cannot dispel it, it can only be dispelled with death only, modified Gleamer Cape building limit. Does not interrupt casters or targets channeling abilities up and cast. We talked about it a bit. Does not have to face targeted allies to cast Gleamer on them. Double tapping automatically targets self. Can be cast on couriers and crypts. Cannot be cast on vulnerable units, words, or buildings. Grants targets an invisibility buff with 0.5 seconds. Fade delay. As long as buff is present, target will keep turning invisible. Okay. During the fade delay, target can still cast abilities, use items, and perform attacks. Grants falling effects while fully invisible. Phased and 40 flat 40 flat movement speed. Bonus stacks with all other movement speed bonus. While invisible, target can turn, pick up, or drop items without breaking invisibility. Wow. Applies magical damage barrier on affected target that absorbs magical damage values, causing several on-damage effects to not trigger within its capacity, causing several on-damage effects to not trigger within its capacity. Stacks additively with same damage type barrier sources and independently with other damage type barrier sources. Has a higher priority than universal damage barriers and group of damage barriers. However, when combined with other damage negating sources such as refraction, Glimmer does not absorb any damage until damage negation source expires. Invisibility sources with fate delays use same modifier and do not stack with other invisibility sources of same type. Longer duration overrides shorter. And again, casting abilities or using items break invisibility and restates fate delay. So you cannot attack, but if you're already channeling, it won't stop currently. So recommended heroes: Bane, Bounty Hunter, Chant, Archshaker, Archspirit, Dazzle, Disruptor, Eye of Jakiro, Lich, Lena, Omni Knight, Rubik, Shadow Demon, Shadow Shaman, Skyreth Mage, Vengeful Spirit, Warlock, Winter Wyvern, Witch Doctor. Trivia: game files contain an unused Glimmer Cape modifier, which gets placed on buildings that were recently affected by Glimmer Cape. Modifier lasts for 180 seconds, is undispellable, and prevents buildings from getting targeted by Glimmer Cape, as indicated by unused HUD error message. Okay. Have you ever tried it? Any of you? Suggest that at one point in development, like in patch 7.2.3, buildings were once considered to be eligible targets, just like couriers, corrupts were made targetable like Glimmer Cape. Gallery, a hero under effects of Glimmer Cape, doesn't look. Attempting to cast Glimmer Cape, which starts fading, is with a limit modifier, which is unused. A limit modifier. Recent changes in 7.34b versions increased Glimmer cooldown from 12 to 14. In 7.33, item cost changes increased cloak cost from 500 to 800. Reduced recipe cost from 450 to 350. Total gold cost increases from 1950 to 2150. Increased magic resistance bonus from 20% to 25%. Glimmer no longer grants 50% magic resistance bonus, now grants 40 movement speed bonus. Now grants a 300 capacity magical damage barrier while invisible. Reduced cooldown from 14 to 12. In 7.32 versions, increased magic resistance from 15 to 20%, which is even increased to 20 to 25%. In Glimmer, increased cast range from 500 to 600, which is even higher to, I suppose, 800. Great. Cast range is now 600. Okay, stays true. And reduce fade time from 0.6 to 0.5, which also stays true. So that's it, fellas. We covered Glimmer Cape as well, and also Veil of Discord. And in our next episode, we will start with 4 stuff, and we'll see, maybe we'll cover 1 or 2 more items from our next episode. Until then, be good to yourself and everybody around you, both in game and out game. Last but not least, good game, everybody. Good game.